Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adele. I make 2 YouTube videos a week. This video is a get to know me part 2. I'm actually going to link part 1 in the comments, so check that out because a lot of the questions are already in part 1. But there are some good questions for part 2, and I thought I'm going to go through my nighttime skincare routine and answer the questions because I know some of you were wanting a skincare video. And I thought I can share the nighttime routine and get unready for bed with you. It is Wednesday when I'm filming this. I just got my nails done. Look at them. Oh, the pillow just fell on me. Look at this one. Why am I puffed out? I know why, because I was running around and I just washed the dishes. I'm pretty sure I have watermarks all over me. Anyway, the first step is we're going to make a cup of tea. And we're also going to have a shower, but I'm going to take off this makeup. So let's go make the tea. The tea I'm going for is going to be this one. I've been loving it. It is the Peace tea. And we are also going to put the kettle on. How was everyone's day? Today was a long day for me, but it was nice because I did get my nails done. And also went to the vet with Franklin, which you will see in the weekly vlog. All right. I was really concentrating then. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I personally do not leave my tea bag in the teacup. I just let it sit for about 5 minutes and then I'll take it out because I don't want it to be too much. And because I'm going to wash my face and have a quick shower, I'm not going to add cold water. But if I wanted to drink it right away, I would put cold water. Anyway, we'll just let that sit for a second. So what I'm doing is just popping my tea down here. I'm going to turn on my salt lamp and I'm going to take you to the bathroom. I'm also going to put a robe on because I want to start my face cleanse and then jump in the shower, and I'll explain what I mean when I show you what I do. Alright, I've got my robe on and I've got my skincare headband, which I just do to keep my hair off my face. Sorry, the mirror's there, so that's why I look that way. Now to take off my makeup, I actually will use an oil balm. It is the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Micro Cleansing Balm, and I'm absolutely obsessed. I just grab a little bit, pop some on there, and I think while I rub it in, I'll answer some questions. So one of the questions was, did you confront Gym Crush? No, I didn't confront him, and I'm not going to confront him. He's getting no more energy. No more time or energy. These are good questions. Why was your last breakup the worst? Sorry if this is hard to answer. It's not hard to answer. I was pretty public with this on TikTok. If you found me during my breakup era, you would know that I was dumped quite unexpectedly. I think what made it the hardest for me is that it was the healthiest relationship I had had in a long time. In my whole life, actually, not in a long time. I guess I was quite attached to that. And then I also didn't see it coming. So he was literally like sleeping with me the day before, acting like everything was fine. You know, spending time with my family, introducing me to his family, his friends. And it just really blindsided me. So that's why that one literally rocked my world. I have been through other breakups and I still reckon that was the worst, even though some of the other ones have been worse on paper, if that makes sense. So can you see what's happening? No, this is not a good vibe. Someone says, what was your favorite age growing up? I'm gonna say, what was my favorite age? I think I really loved being 25 because I had just moved to Sydney and I was living alone in an apartment and I really felt like an adult for the first time. But I will say I like my age now. Even though I have grey hairs, I do really like getting older because I feel like I get wiser. I feel like I get smarter. I feel like I understand what I want more in life. I understand myself more. And so I love how old I am at the moment. Backstory on how my parents met. I need to wash this off, but I'll tell you quickly before I jump in the shower. So my mum's family owned a takeaway and my dad came in one day and that's how they met. Isn't that cute? They met at the takeaway that she worked at. Her parents owned and she worked at. My mum is actually older than my dad, guys. I'm pretty sure she is 3.5 years older than him. And they got married super young. And they had my sister and I super young. So my parents are quite young. My mum's 55 and my dad is 52 and I'm 29. So calculate that. Quick maths. All right, let me have a shower. I'll be right back. Before I jump in the shower, I will say if you want a dupe for that oil cleansing balm or you want something close to it, I will suggest the Go-To Nourishing Oil Cleanser or the Mecca Oil Cleanser, which I've also used. At the end of the day, I believe that an oil cleanser is an oil cleanser. You could probably use coconut oil. I just really love the Estee Lauder one, so that's why I buy that, but I know it's pricey, and so I want to give you guys other affordable dupes. And once I'm in the shower, I'm actually gonna wash my face with this properly clean from Go-To, and that's all I'm gonna do. One wash of this, which I've shown you before. It's this beautiful texture. All right, now I'm gonna actually jump in the shower. I want to keep things real with you. And so I washed my hair yesterday, which means I don't want to get it wet in the shower, and so I wear a shower cap. I don't know if I've shown you the shower cap on YouTube, but anyway, the shower cap is off because I'm out of the shower, and we are just going to now do the nighttime skincare routine, and I'll answer some more questions. Oh, wait, let me show you. This is the body moisturizer that I use, and I just put that all over, and I also sprayed some of my deodorant, which fell on the floor. That's the deodorant. Showing you all the things. First step is the Watercolor Serum. I've literally just started using this probably 3 weeks ago, and I love it. It's very hydrating in winter, and I feel like this is really nice to press into the skin. I also did change my skincare routine of a nighttime to something more basic because I had that flare up of dermatitis, and the doctor was more or less like moisturizer only, and I was like, what do you mean moisturizer only? I'm a girl in her late 20s who really cares about her skincare. What do you mean just moisturizer? Anyway, I've added that in, and I did remove one of the other products I was using, which was like more of a, I guess, active serum. And I might reintroduce that maybe in the summertime, but for right now, I'm just keeping it pretty basic. So after that, I am getting Much Plumper Skin from Go-To, which this is my second bottle. I am obsessed. I'm just gonna put it on the back of my hand and press that into my skin as well, because it's so good. And guys, when you are doing your skincare, make sure that you go down, because this skin is really important too. I will answer some more questions. This one's a good one. What would your dream wedding style be if you wanted to get married? So guys, I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but for me, when I think of wedding, I don't think of the actual wedding. I think of like marriage, and I think of the partnership, the bond that I dream of having, and I really couldn't care less what the wedding looked like at all, to be honest. I would want it to just have like my closest friends and family and be a celebration of our love, but really it's like the partnership that I dream of. It is that connection between two people that is strong and willing and can sustain the shit that life will throw at it. That's what I dream of, not the actual event. I love going to weddings though. I will say, as I've gotten older, I'm such an emotional wreck at weddings. I cannot stop crying when I go to them. Literally cannot stop crying. I cried when I got my friend's invite to her wedding later this year, and I'm so excited. She's getting married in October, and I'm going to Sydney for it, and I cannot wait. I will add the next skincare step, and then we'll keep going with the questions. Then we've got the Drunk Elephant Whipped Cream Moisturizer. This is Elite. I don't have a dupe for this, guys, but if anyone in the comments has a dupe, please let a girl know, because this is also pricey, but it's it's worth it in my opinion. And so making sure that you just press that in. I also used to use an eye cream, which I stopped using when I got dermatitis because I had dermatitis all over my eyes. I had it on my eyelids, both eyelids, and underneath this eye here. And every time I put eye cream on, it was flaring it up, and so I just stopped it. To this day, I think the dermatitis was stress and the weather. We've still got some more things to do. Someone asked for my hair routine. There is a hair video, which I put everything in, and I will link that below as well. Someone asked, where did you get Franklin from? He is from a page called Mini Snags. If you look that up on Facebook or Instagram, you'll be able to find it. He's from Mudgee, New South Wales, which is very far away. And yeah, I got him in 2018. So that was a long time ago. Then we go in with the Lanage Lip Mask. Look at how I've hacked into that. And guys, I'm not using that little stick that came with it. I literally use my fingers. And I just apply it onto my lips. I don't want my lips being dry. And then I'm going to put on a lash serum as well. Now, I don't want to show you the product because I'm testing it out and I need to see if it actually works before I tell you what it is, because I don't want anyone to buy it if it doesn't work. So what I've been doing with the eyelash serum is just applying it onto the lash line. And then also, it didn't tell me to do this, but I've been doing it. I've been putting it in my brows because if it's good for my eyelashes, surely it's good for my brows. That's what I tell myself anyway. And so just pop that in. I've only been using this for 2 weeks and I am keen to keep using it to see if I see a difference, because if I do see a difference, I'll be wrapped. If not, well, I guess I'm not really wasting time because it's a nice part of my routine, but I'll keep you posted. I'm going to pop on my new PJs, which I wore for last night for the first time. How much of a vibe is this? My cup matches my PJs. You know what? The tea is perfect, guys. It is still warm. I don't know if you can see that. How cute is this? I feel like we're having a girls' sleepover together. I love you guys. I'm just going to keep making my way through the questions and chatting to you. I was going to do a mukbang and then I was like, I need to film this video today because tomorrow I'm going back to work. And so I thought, why not do a bedtime video together? The next question is, this person asked 2 questions. One of them was, how can I be like you if I'm lazy? And have you always been good at routine? I'm going to say I am a very structured person who likes time management. I love structure. I thrive in structure. And so I decided to build a routine that works for me. And what I mean by that is, typically I'm a morning person. All my motivation, energy, will to do things goes out the window of an afternoon / evening. I start winding down at 5 p.m. And I would say, I don't think you're lazy. I think you probably just haven't found a routine that works for you. And you also shouldn't want to do something because I do it. You know, you have to find what works for you. And I think I've said it before, even when I've given tips for like how to wake up early. Why do you want to wake up early? Do you really want to wake up early? Or do you think that's what you should be doing? For me, I know I'm better during the day and just in general if I get things done in the morning. And that's why I am such a morning person. But if you're a night owl, work to that. You know what I mean? If you're more productive after hours, work with that. Work with what you've got and make it work for you. That's what I would say to that. If you move, are you taking Franklin with you? Guys, Franklin is my dog. He comes with me everywhere. He's mine. Did you enjoy living in Sydney? Have you lived anywhere else? I loved living in Sydney. I lived there for 4 years and it was the best thing that I think I've ever done. And I loved it while I was there. I miss it to a degree. However, I was really homesick towards the end because that last year that I was there was 2020 when we went into lockdown and I couldn't see my family, I couldn't see my friends, and I really struggled. And so I enjoyed it. I miss it, but I don't think I would move back right now. I'm pretty happy in Melbourne for right now. Have I lived anywhere else? No. Is it the taste or texture you don't like about avocado? It tastes like nothing, for starters, and the texture makes me sick. It's like off butter. It's disgusting. If you could live anywhere in the world with or without family, where would it be? With my family, somewhere warm on the beach. Maybe Queensland. That would be a vibe. Maybe I can convince my family to move to Queensland. There are a lot of questions about my job, guys, and I have 2 jobs which I've made videos about before. So if you go back through my channel on YouTube, you'll see there's a day in the life of a content creator and a day in the life of a business development manager. They are my 2 jobs at the moment. Someone asked me, do you like living with family? Yeah. I've been back here since April last year, and I've stayed way longer than what I would have anticipated, but I am very comfortable and I do really love living with them. I have a good family, so definitely don't take that for granted, and I am enjoying it. Does it ever scare you how much of your life you share? I get so scared about this myself. Does it ever scare me? Yes, it does. Absolutely it does. I think though, and I did speak about this in another YouTube video, you guys will see a very short clip of my life, or a very short moment. There are 24 hours in a day, and I'm not vlogging for 24 hours. Literally, I'm taking maybe like a 40-second clip of the entire day. And while I do share a lot, there is also a lot that I don't put online. And I don't know, I think I'm definitely managing it as it comes. And this whole experience, having YouTube, having TikTok, is new to me, to the scale that it is. And I think as long as I'm feeling good and trusting my gut instinct and trusting my intuition, then I'll continue on the path I'm going. And I think I feel happy and content and satisfied with the level that I share. I'm pretty raw and vulnerable on YouTube. I think YouTube is a very different platform to TikTok, for me anyway, in how I experience it. I was saying today to my nail tech that I feel like you guys, my YouTube family, are literally like my friends, because I can really be myself on here. Whereas, I don't know, TikTok, you might see like a 5-second clip of me dancing to a song, or you might see, I don't know, a 30-second video of me getting ready in the morning, or me having lunch, or the daily vlog. And while yes, you still see me, I feel like this is different. I feel like YouTube is different. Someone says, would you go vegan? Please don't hate on us if you answer this. Why would I hate on you? For starters, I personally at this point would not go vegan. My sister is a vegetarian and has been for a very long time, and I would say I say I don't eat that much red meat. We probably eat it about once a week. I do eat a lot of fish. Yeah, I don't want the vegans to hate on me for answering that, but no, I'm gonna say I wouldn't become vegan. And I guess that also goes back to, I don't know, obviously my values, and big respect to the vegans out there, because you eat in line with your values. So yeah, that probably says a lot about me. I'm gonna answer it. I'm not gonna be embarrassed with my answer. That's my answer. Worst fear. Everyone around me dying alone. Seriously, I'm not joking about that. There are lots of questions in here as well, guys, about my house, about moving. I did give like a property and house update when I settled, and I will give you guys an update when I'm ready. I really need you to respect why I haven't given you an update. And again, this kind of goes back to that question about sharing things online. When I'm ready to give you an update, I will absolutely give you an update. I'm not ready to give you that update right now, and you just have to trust in me that I will give you that update when I'm ready. How do your parents feel about you dating and your past relationships? My parents have always been pretty open, pretty transparent in how they have felt about the partners that I've had. They have met all of my ex-boyfriends and they have liked them all. They've liked some more than others, and obviously disliked some because of how I was treated, but they've always said, you know, we don't mind who you bring home as long as you're happy and as long as they treat you right and as long as they treat you with respect, which I'm really grateful for, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like for me and my sister, because my sister is gay and so she dates women and she's been able to bring her girlfriends home and there's been no judgment from my parents. I could bring home whoever I wanted and there would be no judgment from my parents. My parents are very respectful people and would treat whoever I brought home with respect. Even when I bring my friends over for dinner, they treat them like they're their own children, which is really cute. Oh, my first car. I had a 1989 Ford Laser. Wait, it was a Ford Laser hatchback and it was blue. And it was a car that my dad had at the time, and I think I bought it off my parents and I then smashed it. And I laugh, but that's so, don't laugh. I was not a good driver. I'm a better driver now. Can't think of one, but shout out to say Franklin is the cutest. I agree with you. Oh, what is your favorite thing to get up to when hanging out with your friends? For me, good food. I love a brunch or I love a nice dinner. That's my vibe now. I just feel like if you go to a bar or if you go out, it's very loud. You can't have a real conversation. And I think maybe I'm getting old, because gone are the days where I want to go clubbing or go to a bar, really. And I mean, I have gone to bars, have gone to like rooftop bars and things like that, but I'd much rather a chill vibe. Did you ever have a clubbing phase and what made you a homebody? So I touched on this a little bit in the part 1, but I definitely had a party phase. And what made me a homebody? I wasn't really a homebody, but I moved to Sydney, and because I didn't have a friendship group to like go out and party with, that kind of forced me into, not isolation, because I wasn't isolated. I'd made friends in Sydney, but it was on a different level. And I also think the Sydney nightlife is different to the Melbourne nightlife. And then I also got a dog, and so once you have a dog, you want to be at home with your dog all the time. I know I do. Someone says, what star signs do you not get along with? I'm not going to say that I am against any star signs, but I will say I am a fire sign. I'm an Aries, and naturally I gravitate to other fire signs or other air signs. I have finished my tea. I'm going to answer a few more. There are lots of questions in here about kids, about getting married, about do I want to get married, the name of my kids. And I spoke about this very briefly in the other video too, guys. Just because I am a woman in my late 20s does not mean I want to be asked about having kids. And there are a multitude of reasons why someone is not having kids. I mean, aside from the obvious that like the person is single, they may have issues conceiving, they may not want to have kids for financial reasons, they may not want to have kids for other reasons. Like, I don't want to rattle off all the reasons that someone doesn't want kids. There's a lot of reasons why someone doesn't want kids, and as someone that is single and does not want to be a single mum, shout out to the single parents out there. I think you're amazing. Not for me though. I don't really see it on the agenda, and even when I've had a partner, I haven't had that feeling. I really haven't. I haven't thought, oh my god, I want a family with this person. I have looked at some partners and thought, you would be a good dad, but I haven't thought I want to have babies with this person. And I've never had that urge. Even when I see a cute baby, I'm like, oh my god, that baby's really cute. But I don't think, oh my god, that baby's cute and I want one. Like, I've never had that maternal instinct. And I think even when I hold a friend's child or I hold my baby cousins, I'm like, oh, what am I doing? Like, it just doesn't come naturally to me. And so kids are not on my radar. Marriage is not on my radar. I haven't even really been properly dating. And I know people don't ask that with bad intentions, but I guess I just wanted to provide a little bit more context as to why I don't like being asked it. And I can definitely say that I have friends who also get asked and they don't like it. And so I never ask anyone when they're going to have kids, even my friends, especially when like they're just married or like they've just had a kid. Like, I'm not the friend to be like, oh, when are you having a kid? No way. You do you. If you announce that you're pregnant, that's when I'll be like, amazing, can't wait to meet the little person, you know? Are you close with your sister? Yes, we are. Some people are like, does she even exist? I promise you she exists. She just has her own life. And so a lot of the time she's not at home. She's at her girlfriend's house or doing her own thing. And rightfully so. Go off, Carla. Live your best life. Ooh, how many past relationships have I had? Okay, so I'm closing my eyes because I'm trying to think. In high school, I had a boyfriend pretty much all through high school from like year 8 to year 12. And I spoke about him in the other video, They First Get to Know Me. He was my first in everything, and my first boyfriend. And then we broke up literally right after schoolies. And then about a year later, I was 18, I was clubbing, I met my next boyfriend at the club. And that relationship was very toxic, if I am completely honest. I was 18 and I think he was 23 or 24. Which now looking back, I'm like, ew, that's disgusting. And I mean, yes, I was of age of consent. However, I definitely think there was a bit of like a power imbalance there. And so I met him at the nightclub and we were together for about a year, and he dumped me on New Year's Eve. And then after that, I think I was maybe like 19, 20-ish at the time. And so I was like finishing uni, and then I went overseas, and then I was in my party gal era, like hardcore. And then I met my third boyfriend. See, I don't really count my high school boyfriend as like a proper boyfriend because it was high school. But anyway, so then I met the third boyfriend, and we were together for nearly 2 years, and I broke up with him. And I feel for him because he dated me when I was in like my party girl era. He was also in his party guy era. However, at the same time, my uncle was very sick and was dying, and that took a lot of toll on me, and that took a lot of toll on my family. And I feel like he wore the brunt of it, my ex at the time. And so I had a lot of stuff on my plate, and instead of like dealing with it, I broke up with him and I moved to Sydney. And some might say, oh, you ran away. And to that I would say, yes, I did. And don't get me wrong, I took a job, I took a better job, I took a promotion, and I think it was easier for me to take that job than sit in Melbourne and deal with the grief in my family and deal with the grief of dumping him. And I'll tell you another story about him on the podcast one day. And then while I was in Sydney, I was living my best single gal life. Yes, I was. And I was enjoying dating. I was on Tinder, I was on Bumble, I was having the fucking time of my life. And then I met my Sydney ex, who I was with for a year and a half. And we lived together in Sydney. Like full on lived together, had a lease together, bought furniture together. And we went into lockdown. Actually, no, we moved in together. That whole relationship also was toxic, sorry. And it was 0 to 100 really, really quick. And we moved in together, and it was just very evident our values weren't aligned. And a lot of stuff happened there that I will open up to you about one day as well. And then that relationship ended in, I'm going to say like May of 2020. And then I moved back to literally, wow. And then I moved back to Melbourne in March of 2021. And I started dating the recent ex literally in April. So it was almost a whole year that I had been single. And to be honest, I was healed from that relationship. I don't think it was too soon to start dating. But I started dating the ex that brutally dumped me, the one I spoke about at the start of this video. So I've had 5 serious relationships, which is, I'm trying not to judge myself. It's a lot, but I'm also 29. 5 relationships over, what, 11 years from 18. None of them have been longer than 2 years. And the most recent one, the worst one, was literally like 6 months. Which, I've always said this, but the length of a relationship does not determine the pain involved in the breakup. So yeah, wow, I really feel like we're having a D&M, guys. Can you talk more about your powerlifting stage and show some pictures? That person wrote bodybuilding, but it was powerlifting that I did. So powerlifting is actually not on stage in those bikinis, very tanned. It is lifting weights for like 1 rep. And it's kind of similar to Olympic lifting. If you are an Olympic lifter, don't come for me. I know it's not similar, but I'm trying to connect sports that are similar for people that might not be aware of what powerlifting is. As for photos, there are some on my Instagram, but I'm answering the questions, and so I don't want to go into it and get out of the questions. Does that make sense? But if you scroll down, you might be able to see some on my Instagram. Someone says, what wrong assumptions do people make about you? Illy, by the way. Illy. I think people might make the assumption that, and maybe it's from my TikTok, and I think it is from my TikTok, but I think they think that I'm just like very sweet and very kind and almost like too nice. But I will say that's not true. I definitely have boundaries. I am a bit sassy, and you guys would see that, and I don't take shit. And I think, not that I portray like anyone that I'm not, but I definitely think I will be the nicest person to anyone, and I will always give anyone that grace, and I will treat anyone that I come into path, or anyone that I cross paths with or come into contact with respect and with kindness and with compassion. But do me dirty and I'll cut you off. I'll cut you off. Oh my god, it's 10 past 10. I have to post the daily vlog to TikTok. I didn't realize the time. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna wrap it up. It is Wednesday night when I'm filming this. Thank you for your questions. There was a lot there. We might do a part 3. I hope that you have a great weekend, and I hope that the rest of your week is amazing. Have a safe weekend as well. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Please like, please make sure you're subscribed. Leave a comment. Let me know if you like this. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night. Sweet dreams. Love you so much.